thinking about MSTR today and essentially like why MSTR is pumping so hard recently. And then I was thinking about the flywheel that happens when Saylor gets into the S&P 500. So like Saylor gets into the S&P 500 and all of this dumb money, this fiat money that's just zombified, these passive flows that are walking into index portfolios are now buying up SPY or whatever. And that money is going directly into Saylor's hands in the form of share price, and he could do a dilution against it to capture the spread between that and hard money. So he takes the zombified dumb money that's walking in, he transfers it into hard money. The long-term holders of MSTR, like myself, have been holding it since he announced. They basically come, they understand that this is like an Amazon no profit for 20 years model, and that we're going to all get more Bitcoin per share as we go along if we just let Saylor continue to do this and zombie attack the passive flows. How if you're from the TradFi world and you don't have the Bitcoin lens that me and you have, how are you going to see that? Because I can see that and it's obvious to me. How are you going to see that? Because your denominator is still USD. You're still not thinking in Bitcoin. MSTR is a one and done. First of all, I don't think he's really speculative attacking the dollar the same way people have been saying he is. I think he's speculative attacking the US stock market and the passive flows. I think that's what he's doing, which is fucking genius. MSTR was nothing. None of us had ever heard of it before Michael Saylor announced that he bought Bitcoin. So it was basically a zombie company, like a GameStop or an AMC or something, right? So let's say you're another one of these zombie companies and you take the MSTR model and you try and take your free cash flows into Bitcoin. What are you going to get your hands on? 2,000 Bitcoin, maybe? How does that compare to Michael Saylor's 200,000 Bitcoin? Like, no, you're not going to be able to catch him. This is a one and done. He's about to make it into the S&P 500 where he can perform the vampire attack of all vampire attacks on the passive flows. I mean, dude, it's game over. It's going to be one of those watching that stock climb its way up the S&P 500 chart into being one of the 5 most valuable companies in the world and potentially the most valuable company in the world is going to be one of the craziest things we've ever witnessed, and it's going to rewrite everybody's perception of what is going on, And so I'm not saying you should be 100% MSTR allocator or something. I'm not. But, maybe you have a little bit in your retirement account or whatever. And also, it's the story. It's the story of potentially the world's most profitable company in the future will be a company that just holds Bitcoin. That'll destroy people's minds.
So there's the MSTR narrative, and we've showed you this in the short term. The RSI has been putting in higher highs and higher lows after bottoming out around April of 22, but we've showed this to you. We showed this huge inverse head and shoulders pattern. This could be a cup and handle. It could be quite a few different patterns that's playing out, but if this back test is the ultimate back test, where is this going to be going? This could be going up over the next year or two, $10,000 per share. Now, obviously, the money printer needs to get turned on. The M2 level needs to go up. We've showed you in previous videos the M2 money level is trending to the upside, so that's definitely bullish for traditional markets and also crypto. Where is this going to? Potentially 10,000. This micro pattern could be a macro cup and handle pattern. That could be where it's going. In long term, that 20-year hold, could MicroStrategy be that Berkshire Hathaway, that Google, Amazon trade? Definitely, it could end up being one of the top 5 most profitable companies in the world, if not the most profitable, that has 1% of Bitcoin allocated on its books. Majority of that valuation is going to be due to Bitcoin. So as you see here, we pulled this down, showed you the technical target. It's less than a 10x from where we are right now. Jack Dorsey's hopping on the bandwagon and saying that Bitcoin will be worth $1 million in 2030. And they have started to accumulate Bitcoin on a monthly basis as far as Square goes. If Bitcoin is worth 60,000 a day and goes to 1 million by 2030, you're talking about 60,000 to 1 million within a 6-year window. What do you expect a $600,000 house today to be worth in 2030? It's going to be a multiple, most definitely not one-to-one with Bitcoin, but it will be a lot higher. Boomers and others have made out like bandits holding house as store of value, but in my opinion, Bitcoin is a much better choice. And MicroStrategy, even better. So that's the take we have. We showed you this MicroStrategy chart. MicroStrategy has been trading with a premium against Bitcoin. This is just a healthy trend to the upside. Put in higher highs and higher lows. The trend's your friend to the end. We haven't seen any bearish divergences. The next leg for MSTR could be around the corner. And with that, what's happening, Crypto Crew? Before we continue, check us out on Twitter, but also you can check out our Patreon on our link tree, patreon.com/Bitcoin Bros. The Bitcoin Bros are also on Amazon. We got a few books for you. This is all on our link tree. It's all pinned below. Check it out. You can get these sent to you immediately. Prime is available if you're in the US, but we have 2 books, Getting Started with Crypto and Mastering Technical Analysis. Check it out, give us your feedback, and let us know. Taking a look at the Bitcoin price chart at the current time it's recording, we're seeing a $63,000 Bitcoin. Could this pullback be over with? It seems like over the next month or two, we could see definitely some bullishness, potentially. We're not out the woods yet, but we did see this back test of this 20 moving average. Mind you, this is on the weekly chart. We've showed you this. Look at the candle bodies, not the wicks. This is an ABC correction, so you have to ignore this price action right here. We blasted through this. This is a huge bullish engulfing candle, and this is now a back test coming back down to that previous top candle body of 2021. And right now, could this just be a reset? The RSI is reset and continue just to look like it's just put in higher highs and higher lows. No bearish divergences yet. What's the next leg? Is Bitcoin going to see its next leg to the upside? Roaring Kitty has now woken up. And because of this one meme, it has caused the meme culture within the TradFi markets to go crazy over the past 24 hours. Just one tweet. Basically, when you're laying back, then you're leaning forward playing the game. This is when things start to get more intense. You're seeing Luke Belmar comment on this, Wall Street Bets. Look what GameStop did over the past 24 hours. It went from $17 up to $36, over 100% move in the past 24 hours based off of one meme. The question is, are we going to see this trickle into the crypto markets? Are meme coins about to go crazy? You be the judge. Coins Kids weighing in, he's given a warning saying that the total crypto market capitalization is now seeing a daily sell signal. The last time we've seen these 4 red dots print, the last time was November of 2021, which was around the peak. The previous red dot led to another drop of 20% in May of 2023. So is this bull cycle over? Are we about to see a massive pullback? What he's saying, if this does repeat, you gotta look at the green line. This is the next level of the pullback, $1.96 trillion before potentially continuation. So could we see that pullback? Looking at the total crypto market capitalization on the daily, what do we see? We see on the daily that, on the 20 moving averages, we do get below this, and then we came back above, and now we've been below it for quite some time. If we look at a measured move to see how long we've been below this, the date range is now 34 days, a little over a month. So what we do last time, we were below the 20 moving average. When we fell below it, we were below it a few weeks, not quite a month. But let's go back to the previous bull cycle of 2020 and 2021. Once we got comfortably above that 20 moving average, we did fall below it quite a few times before, but how long did those moves last? So look here, we see that right here on the uptrend after the pandemic dump, we fell below it right here. So if we take a measure move, that didn't quite stay below it. That was about 3 weeks. This wasn't a month. Here's another time here. We fell below it right here, 10 days. So what we're looking at right now is equivalent price action to back here. And this was the cycle peak. So we were over it for over 30 days and sitting right on that 200 before we fell down and then ultimately put in that higher high. This is that inverse correction once again. So what do we see right now? Is that what's going to come? Are we going to see this fall down to this level, that $1.9 trillion level, before we see, will the RSI reset all the way? Does the RSI need a reset? Look at the RSI on a bigger time frame. Blowing the RSI up right now could be a pivotal moment, because as you see, this is still putting in lower lows and lower highs, and right now we're at a downwards resistance level. Will we ultimately fall down and get that reset that Coins Kids calling out? Check out this quick clip right here.
Some indicators of financial stress have risen. At the same time, the valuations of some financial assets appear to have become stretched. This could increase the risk of a sharp correction that could generate system-wide stress. The recent rise in the use of leverage in non-bank financial institutions could amplify the effects of such a correction.
So because of that, are we going to see a brief pull down or melt down the price? You know, Bitcoin currently is sitting around 63,000. The RSI looks intact, the markets look intact, everything looks intact, but will we get a bigger macro correction? And with that, I'm Sean with the Bitcoin Bros. If you guys like this content, go ahead and smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, go ahead and show us some love. We appreciate the support. With that, that's all we have for today. I'm out.